Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. And I want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to new subscribers. Thank you for all the comments that you guys leave. They're great comments. And, so anyway, what we're going to talk about today, and if you're new to my channel, there's not going to be any pictures. There's not going to be any bouncing ball videos that you have to, just kind of keep up with the music. My videos are more talking about the community and the things that we have to deal with, all the way from the positive spectrum all the way to the negative. So that's what that's what I deal with here is the community. I want to have a spot for everybody to come to, talk to me, in general, in front of everyone, or you can contact me personally and we can talk more one-on-one if you'd like. Whichever one. I'm a makeshift counselor for the most part, but any of you that keep up with me, that I'm a firm believer in waking people up. I think that it has to do with the process, and I know it has to do with the person, but that's what I'm going to be discussing. I think that there's been a little misunderstanding, I think, between me and my whole community. And it's something I felt like I really needed to discuss because when a lot of you say wake up, I think that you mean wake up to the point to where it's the anxiety, it's the torture of the whole subject, the nervousness that comes along with it, the paranoia that comes along with it. I think that's what a lot of you mean about waking up. That you go down that road where all those things apply. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying you guys are right, and maybe I was a little bit wrong. And when I say I was a little bit wrong, I think that I threw around the word wake up a little too much, because that's what I want to get. This is the point that I want to get to. And everybody that watches this video, and not unless I find somebody that just found the Mandela effect for the first time, which I feel sorry for, you probably found the wrong video. This is for the professional series of the Mandela effectees. This is where you go once you start to understand. So, but anyway, I think when I say wake up, I think that means I can acknowledge that they've observed the changes. And that's what I really want to talk about. Is that I think there's two different types of people here. All right, and I'm not gonna say it's all of us, but I definitely think within the community, within YouTube, people that are really discussing, I think we're one of them, and I think there's another, not necessarily another group, but sort of. I think that this group of people that acknowledge and see the Mandela effects, I still think there's still even another group within there. And I think that part, what's separating these two is going to be the part that's up here, something that they've always been, okay? Now, I think we all can agree that some people just don't get it. And I don't mean just the Mandela effect, but they're just not, they don't have thoughts that are so interwoven that it makes you kind of a wreck. But since a lot of us are good at thinking about multiple things, going down rabbit holes, we've learned how to adapt to that type of thinking. But see, now I hope that we can all agree that observant or being observant is a good trait to have. Let's just say before the Mandela effect, you bring up observant, and you're talking about your buddy, your best friend, your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever, your children. You say, oh, they're very observant. They tend to see a lot of little things in between the cracks. They read between the lines. That's observant. But see, I think a lot of people, and where I've made a mistake, and I really hope I don't lose you guys in this video, but my mistake with observant proposals of the Mandela effect, I feel like observing only goes so far. And I think this is where I messed up with the whole wake up thing, is a lot of you, I'm pretty sure, would probably tell me they're not woken up. But even the observant people, let's just talk about this one group right now. The observant people, they hear you out. They notice the Mandela effect, or at least the things that have changed. They see them, but it doesn't throw them down a rabbit hole. And I do not use the term loosely when I say thrown down the rabbit hole, okay? But I think being observant is it's only starting the race. You hadn't even begun the race with everybody else. And this is what I'm trying to getting to is the observant group that see changes. They notice that ET phone home thing. They notice just little changes. They see them. They acknowledge them. They, oh my crap, they are different now. That's observant. But see, this is the other group that I think we all are. And this is the whole point while I'm making this video. I think that there's something to be said about strategic thinkers. Okay, now a lot of you know that I've talked about things of this nature before. But these are both people that can see the changes, that acknowledge that something that's crazy. We both do it. But observing only goes so far. However, strategy, people that think strategically, people that, this is what made me make this video, as I mentioned Tetris and chess the other day. Thank you, Russians. Some of my favorite games in the world, okay? But strategy or strategic thinking. Now, if I'm wrong, by all means, correct me, and Lord knows y'all will, but stay with me for a second, okay? The strategic thinker, which is like myself, and I feel like a lot of you, the strategic thinker, when we think about the Mandela effect, and either we can say it's spiritual or we say it's technical, or technology, whichever one you want to lean towards, it doesn't really matter. But observing the changes would only let you see so much. But strategy, when you see the changes, and this is you and me, okay? When you see the changes, your strategic mind starts to kick in. Any chess player out there, any Tetris player, anybody that has to calculate their moves knows what I'm talking about, which I think it's 99% of us, if not more, like all the way, every one of us. But people that think like that, this is basically what happened to me. I see the Mandela effect. I see the ones that register. So I'm still the same as the observant people. I'm still the same as them. At this point, I'm still the same. I think it's crazy. I think that I'm very certain that I do not remember those things that way. Now, this is where the strategic thinker comes in. Now, the observer is done. Wow, that's crazy. A couple of YouTube videos, a couple of pictures. Damn, that's it. And they go right back to work or whatever they're doing. But the strategic thinker, like myself, and I think like all of you, once we heard about the Mandela effect, saw what it was, saw the possibilities, then our mind started to take off into another direction. You start thinking about, well, what else have they changed? What are they going to change next? Are there changes in my own life? If they can do this, they can do anything. Now see, all these little things I just listed, that's where the paranoia comes in. That's where the anxious or the anxiety comes in. That's where the worry comes in. It's because we think in strategy. We're thinking steps and steps and steps ahead. Therefore, we turn into who I turned into, a YouTuber or somebody that just hovers around upload dates on Mandela effect videos, which is also me too. I go to the upload date, change it to most recent or whatever, and I want to see what the new stuff is that's coming out, But that's thinking in strategy. And then, my favorite thought is, what am I going to do to fix it? That's how I feel. But a lot of you know that I kind of have this love-hate thing with the way I see the world. And I've said it before, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again. If it were up to me, I'm probably not going to take any chances. If I got to CERN with enough people, I'd take a sledgehammer to that damn thing. I would, but I'm a little different than I think some of you when it comes to anger properties. However, so anyway, that's basically all I really wanted to make this video about is the observer, which don't get me wrong, they can see the Mandela effect, and I think this is where I've made my biggest mistake is that I think that I find observers, at least on the majority scale. I don't know how much they flipped out later. Maybe I just, I'm not saying it can't start the wheel rolling down because it happened to all of us. We saw something that made the snowball start rolling. And within those thoughts kicked in strategy, because we started thinking, way past, Berenstain Bears and CERN and all that. We started thinking way past that. I think even discovering CERN is still a reflection of the strategic thinker. I don't really think the observers really go that far. I think they may look up a couple, make a Facebook post, and that's that. But when it comes to the strategic thinkers, we go so much deeper than that. We keep going, and I'll make a bet, which I don't really know what it's worth, but I'll make a bet with you that every single one of you, even the assholes that show up on my channel, every one of you think in strategy. I'd make you $1 million bet that every single one of us think in strategy. That's the only way we found ourselves here. That's the only way we found ourselves tumbling down the rabbit hole. That's the only way, is for us to think in strategy because we needed to see what the next moves were. That's how we are in life. We have to see what the next move is. Sometimes that makes us jealous people. Sometimes that makes us obnoxious people. Sometimes that makes us depressed people. I believe that because we think so many degrees or so many steps or so many moves ahead. And take it from somebody that loves chess, it loves Tetris. And just in case y'all didn't know, Tetris is proven to fix lazy eye. Like if some of you out there have like an eye that does like that thing, play Tetris. It'll fix it. Tetris will fix lazy eye. I just need to throw that out there for any crazy, cockeyed, crazy people out there. Tetris fixes that. But anyway, I'm running this video long. So that's it. Let me know what you think. And I'm pretty sure, I doubt there's going to be very many people that say, I'm just an observer. But if anything, comment about, do you feel like you're a strategic thinker? Do you feel like you think like a carpenter who makes stairs, always thinking one step ahead? But no, seriously, let me know if you think that you were one or the other. And like I said, I'll make a giant bet that every one of us that's here is to some degree a detailed thinker. So, like I said, observers or strategic. They both see the Mandela effect. They both look them up. They both acknowledge. They both can see. But only one of us takes it a step or multiple steps farther, which I think is us. All of us. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for everybody that stayed this long. Thank you for, always being there. Some of you people leave fantastic comments, make me feel great. Some of you guys leave such flattering comments that, it makes me feel soft inside. But don't worry, we have trolls that pop up in my channel that'll be taking the soft right out of my heart. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm out of here. For everybody that's out there, come back and visit me. Drop the comments. That's what I'm here for. Not the likes, not the subs, just for the comments and for the community. So I'm just here to make y'all feel not so crazy. I felt that way, but I ain't as crazy as that guy. That's all I really want y'all to do, is just to feel not so alone. That's it. So anyway, that's it. I'm out of here, and like always, stay strong. Oh shit, wrong side.